Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I have a lot of books, like a lot. So if you are wanting some book ideas, now is the time to grab a piece of paper and a pen and get ready to write down some titles and some authors. All right, like I said, I have a ton of books here. I would try and link them all for you, but when I say there's a ton of books, I mean like there's a lot here. And normally I will kind of like flip through and talk through them. I will do my best to do that, but there's a lot. So we're just gonna get into it. You guys said you wanted Thriftbooks and Amazon together, so you get Thriftbooks and Amazon together, which means we get a little less, information on the books. I'm gonna start with Thriftbooks. This is my first order from Thriftbooks. I have mixed feelings, to be honest. I absolutely know that the books are used books. You're getting them at a discounted price. I understand that. I don't know. I guess maybe because I've been able to get such good deals on Book Outlet, maybe I'm a little spoiled there, but for like the same price, I'm getting a brand new book from Book Outlet versus a used book. And I tried to pick like very good or like new condition for all of them. And I guess maybe my like new and very good condition maybe is just different. But it's not terrible. Yeah, so anyways, we'll just get into what I found, and we'll go from there. So there, I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna go through the stack and I'll kind of tell you what my thoughts are for each one. I got the Sideways story from Wayside School from Louis Sachar, maybe. Y'all know these, I'm sure. Who did I see this from? Maybe Ashley over at Dash of Home mentioned this one. I had forgotten about these. This will be super fun. We'll probably do this as just my daughter and I read together. Maybe like she'll read one and I'll read one because they are just kind of short little funny chapters there. So that one. Next up, DK Reader Space Heroes, Amazing Astronauts, obviously for when we do the space unit. Whoops. This is Reading Alone level 3. I'm very hesitant when it comes to like these leveled reader things because they're all different. I never know which one is which. Like this is level 3. Is that supposed to be equivalent to like 3rd grade-ish? It's not, but in another one it is. I don't know. Anyways, this one will be good for my daughter to read by herself. This is definitely good for her. And I do like that there's a mix of real pictures and illustrated pictures. So pretty cool. There's some different astronauts in there. So that'll be a good one. Next up, Cat in the Hat, If I Ran the Rainforest. This will be for South America. Honestly, never heard of this one, but I saw it there, so I thought it would be good for South America. If you have any good books for South America, let me know. I'm seeing like lots of rainforest, which is cool, but I want stories about people who live in South America, yeah, that's basically what I'm looking for. And there are some book suggestions from Gather Round that I need to look through, but if you have any that just stick out to you, please let me know in the comments because I really am looking for those. So If I Ran the Rainforest, Masai and I, this will be for Africa. So like this is kind of what I'm thinking for South America. Like, the whole windows and mirrors kind of deal. So yeah, I want a storybook or a couple of storybooks. Anyways, this is one day at school. Linda learns about the people of East Africa called the Maasai. She feels a sense of kinship and begins to wonder what her world would be like if she were Maasai. And so that's that one. Next up, Giraffes Can't Dance. I think this was suggested for South America, but we'll probably honestly read this anytime because this looks pretty fun. So that one. Next up, Astronaut Scott Kelly, My Journey to the Stars. So again, let's see, can I take this off? Yes. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of that. This one clearly for Space Unit. Same with this one, like there's some pictures in here and then there's some illustrations. So this one looks pretty cool. Don't know that I've ever heard of Scott Kelly. Discover the life story of the astronaut who spent a year in space. So pretty cool. This next one, Sweet Clara and the Freedom Quilt. I grabbed this because I remember reading this when I was a kid and it was a book that I really liked. It was on there. And yeah, so I went ahead and added it to our collection. I don't really have a specific time that we'll read it or anything like that. This will be one that we'll kind of pull out whenever. And actually, this may even be a good one to add in for anyone who maybe is doing living off the land, like specifically for gather round units. Maybe this would be good for that. It's been quite a while since I've read it, so I don't really remember. But just to kind of tie it in, maybe Clara, a slave and seamstress on home plantation, knows that the Underground Railroad can lead her to freedom. The only problem is how to find it. By piecing together scraps of cloth with scraps of information gathered from other slaves, she fashions a map so secret even the master won't suspect. So yeah, I feel like maybe this would be a good one to add in for living off the land. We did that one already, but anyways, moving on. This one is What Makes Day and Night. So this is a stage 2, what is this? Let's read and find out science. Who did I see talking about this series that I didn't realize that's what this was? Let's read and find out. Maybe that was Katie over at Life in the Mundane. Maybe she had mentioned these. That's not where I got this from. I didn't realize it was one of those books until just now, but this one will be obviously for space. This could have been a suggested reader from the book list. Maybe. I don't even know. To be honest, I don't even know. So What Makes Day and Night? Can you guys tell I'm trying to go fast? Because, yeah. Anyways, this one, oh, who did I see this from? I'm not going to remember now. I probably should have written it down. This one looks really, really cool. So this is called Stella's Stellar Hair. I am disappointed because this was a like-new book. And it's bent. Like, I don't know. I'm going to see if maybe I can like put some heavy books on top to kind of straighten it out. I may, if we end up liking this book, I may just buy it again. Anyway, so Stella's Stellar Hair, again for space. It's the day of the Big Star Little Gala, and Stella wakes up to find her hair isn't quite the style she expected. It twists and turns, zigs and zags, makes loopity-loops and lots of curly cues. What can Stella do? She hops on her hoverboard and travels across the stars to get help and a new hairdo from each of her fabulous aunties and on every planet. So she goes to each planet and she's got an aunt that lives there. Aunt. I don't pronounce it aunt. I say aunt. Anyways, but auntie. I do say auntie, but then like my aunt is my aunt because I call her aunt. But if I see the word auntie, I say auntie. Does anybody else do that? Well, I'm just now realizing that. Anyways, okay. So anyways, she goes to her aunts. Each one live on a different planet. And so she goes to them to get a new hairstyle. But y'all, Look how pretty. The illustrations are really beautiful. But I thought this would be a cool one for space, just something kind of different. Really cool. Anyways, moving on. Last one, I didn't know they had these. So the benefit that I see to Thriftbooks versus Book Outlet is Thriftbooks most likely is going to have a specific title that you could be looking for. So if you're using like book lists or anything like that, it's more likely that you're going to find that on Thriftbooks. So that is the benefit to it. I don't know if I would necessarily use it like I intended, where I just kind of use it to just kind of get fun things to build up our library, because I feel like I get better quality at a better price at Book Outlet, personally. But anyways, moving on. Didn't know they had these. Really excited because we only have one of these, and this will go with South Africa. So Secrets of the Rainforest. This is one of the Shine a Light books from Usborne. I assume it's, yeah, Kane Miller. I see his stuff from Usborne. That's where I got my other one. I don't generally like get books from Usborne, but we do really love these. And so this one will be a fun one. My daughter she's already read it. So I haven't read it, but she took it in her room and read it. So really excited about that. And that is Thriftbooks. Okay, moving on. I'm trying to make good time. So Amazon, all of these books I got when Amazon was doing the buy two, get one free sale. And I finally was able to pick up some books that have been on my list for a long time. Do we want to start mom? Yeah, let's throw some mom books in the mix here. I picked these three up. Two of these have been on my list for a while because I just was not sure about them. I've seen them recommended. I've heard of them. We're just going to try them out. We're going to see. The other one is really popular right now. And it was on there and it was included in the sale. So I just got it. And after looking through it, I'm glad that I did because it looks really great. So the first one that I got is the M for Mama. This is the one that I think a lot of people have probably seen and they're talking about right now. But the back says, or it's a rebellion against mediocre motherhood is what this little thing says. The narrative around motherhood today can be a real downer. Instead of rallying to uplift each other and rejoicing in what God has done in their lives, moms often connect over memes about how kids are the worst. And then, yeah, so it just talks about how, you can use scripture and encouragement and all that stuff. So from what I see, this is more of like a kind of not a workbook style, but it's kind of like a read and ponder. So here's your read, and there's like some questions and things at the end. Sorry, it's just hard to do it that way. I'm guessing Abby Halberstadt, I guess is the name there. I'm assuming she drew these, they're really cute. Okay, so we read, and I skip over it. There's like a little, the narrative, what the narrative tells you, what Christ-like motherhood looks like, action steps, questions, and then a prayer at the end. So this will not be a just sit down and read through. I'm hoping maybe I can get through maybe focus on like one a week kind of deal. But yeah, so there's that one. Next up is Family Driven Faith by Vowdy Bacham. This is one, it's been on my list for a while. Doing what it takes to raise sons and daughters who walk with God. And so this one says, Family Driven Faith equips Christian parents with the tools they need to raise children biblically in a post-Christian anti-family society. Vowdy? Is it Vowdy? I don't know. You guys tell me. Vowdy? Who with his wife has overcome a multi-generational legacy of broken and dysfunctional homes, show that God has not left us alone in raising godly children. So I am looking forward to it. Like I said, this is one that's been on my list for a while. Yeah, so this is just a read through kind of book. And then the last one, this is a little off for me. This is not my usual kind of thing that I would pick up, but I have seen this book a lot. And Heidi St. John, I'm pretty sure, is where I heard it recommended at first. And then I've just kind of seen it randomly pop up. So I just went ahead and got it because why not? And that is Live Not by Lies by Gerrier. And there's a whole long list here of things that I don't have time to read. But it is a manual for Christian dissidents, is what it says. Yeah, so we'll see. This we'll see. All right, that's what I got for myself. On to the kids stuff. Okay, we ready? There's some big ones in here. Okay, here we go. So this next little series that I am going to show you, am I missing one? No. Okay, no. I thought we were missing one. I wouldn't be surprised. I got this series sort of in lieu of the Who Is series. Love those books. They're just a little too, they're not interactive enough. They're like just a step or two above for my daughter to really be interested in them. So this is a little bit more her speed and kind of follows the same category, but to me, it's just a little bit more fun and a little bit more interesting. So that is the Story of series. So this is a biography book for new readers, and that is the series, is the Story of. So I got the Wright Brothers, obviously for transportation, but just to show you guys kind of the inside here. So you have your chapters. So this one is 8 chapters, and there's just like fun pictures. There are highlighted, or not highlighted, they're bold words there that you could use like for vocabulary. Jump in the think tank. How would your life be different if you had lived in the 1800s without phones, cars, or electricity? And then so it just kind of goes through, but it's just quite a bit easier. And then at the end, they give you like a little quiz. So chapter 8 is actually like a fun little quiz. So you could use that as an actual quiz, or you could just do it as like a fun, do you remember? There's your vocabulary in the back. Lots of cool stuff. So that is this series. So I got the Wright Brothers. I got Ella Fitzgerald because when we when we did the artist unit, my daughter fell in love with Ella Fitzgerald, and so I knew she was gonna like that one. Jane Goodall, of course. Katherine Johnson, and Mr. Neil Armstrong. Next, okay, I only got 3 left, and these 3 are big ones. These are ones that I have had on my list for a long time, and now was the time to get them. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with them or when we're gonna read them, but you know, that just happens sometimes. So I got the Little Pilgrim's Progress. This is This is the illustrated version, like the hardback. Really, really pretty, although that's kind of a scary picture of a wolf there. This, honestly, I think we'll just kind of truck through it. We'll just kind of read it as we want to. My daughter is already, she's already looked through it and thought that it was really cool and really pretty. So that one. Next up, these, I will use both of these when we study them. I'm thinking maybe in another year or two, we're just going to take the whole year and everything is going to be the United States. Like we'll just, I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know what we'll use. I have no idea, but I really want to do almost like a state by state thing. So maybe like one a week. I don't know what that's going to look like. So, but I did go ahead and get national parks of the USA, because I love it. So there are the Everglades, beautiful illustrations. And then there are like the animals that you would find there. Great Smoky Mountains. So it just goes through all of them. So that one, and then also, of course, I had to get the 50 states. And so I would use this along with the national parks. So what is this? Alaska. So there we have Alaska. It's got all kinds of cool, fun stuff, information, facts, people, what a day in the life looks like, moments to remember, landmarks, animals. There are so many things. I feel like you could pull a unit study just from this book, which I think, and somebody you can correct me or let me know in the comments, I think Jessica from the Waldock Way, right? I think she has a unit study, traveling 50 states or something maybe. So I may look into that because we do have the 50 states book, but we also have the 50 cities book. Actually, I can show it to you. So if we look, see it right up there? So that's the 50 cities. So it would be really cool to just pair all those together and like, let's just learn what we want to learn about each of those states. So yeah, there it is. Those are all the books. That's what I got. Lots of stuff, lots of good stuff. Now, where I'm going to put these books, I don't have the slightest clue. Have no idea. That might be my next project is to figure out where to put all the things. But that's what I got. If you guys have read any of these, will you just let me know your comments below? Yeah. Or really any of them. If you have read any of these, let me know your thoughts. And yeah, I think that'll do it for today's video. I tried to make it as short as possible and talk fast. See, and words are not working anymore. So I am gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will talk to you soon.